This video is going to go over 5 key plays that self-development gurus use each and every day that you should have been implementing yesterday to increase your productivity and get stuff done. Each play builds into the next play, so make sure you watch the entire video through. That way you get the whole understanding of all 5 key plays. All right, play number 1. Join the Early Birds Club and have a good morning routine that works for you. Okay, so this is my personal early morning routine. Obviously, you got to do whatever is best for you, but I'm going to show you what works best for me. So 4 a.m., wake up, drink water. Generally, when you first wake up, you're pretty dehydrated, so it's important to put water into the body, rehydrate the body. That way, everything can be functioning, at a good capacity. Next, we're gonna do some stretching. So foam rolling or any other type of stretching. That way, I can take care of the body, make sure my body is in nice tip-top shape. Next up, 30 minutes of meditation. This one is key and a huge pro tip, in my opinion. If your mind is scattered, splintered, how are you going to be productive at all throughout your day? After meditating, working on the side hustle, really trying to put my most focused effort into, then I can leave for my 9 to 5 and do all the things that I got to do just to pay my bills. All right, so now that you have a personalized early morning routine that works good for you, that's going to increase your focus and productivity, it's time to go into the second key play, which is schedule out your time and stick to it. Atomic Habits. This is a great book. In this book by James Clear, what he mentions is you want to make a schedule of when you're trying to, have a new identity change for a good behavior. And how you want to do that is you want to schedule it into your routine. That way it becomes more of just a part of who you are. So this is a good template example of what I generally use. I'm going to write down my whole weekly objectives and then put in on the specific day when I'm going to be doing these objectives. Pro tip that you can use to when you're trying to follow through with what you schedule out for your time is to use consistent, committed, imperfect action, CCIA. It's just like how it sounds. Even though I'm not going to do what I'm setting out to do perfectly, it's consistent, it's committed. I'm putting action into it, and through time I'm going to reinforce that behavior that I'm trying to do. Through reinforcing that behavior, it's going to turn into an identity. Pretty soon it's going to be, this is just the person that does this. You get better, the more you do stuff. So you got to just take the initial action, do it, commit to it, and then do it consistently, and through time you'll get those results. We're going to go into our third key play, which is get into flow state. So flow state is the positive state of mind when you're completely free of distractions. Some people will label this as being in the zone, to where, hours and hours can go by to where you don't even notice where the time is gone. Essentially, you're so engaged and processing at such a high level into the task that you're doing that you're completely self-absorbed into what's going on. Getting into flow state is the key within these plays, because you want to, make sure whatever you're focusing your attention on, where you can literally just make that your time to block everything out that you don't need to focus on and just focus on that one specific thing. And think of it kind of like this, right? When you have your most important tasks throughout the day that you need to get done, you want to get those tasks done when your battery is at your highest. So if you imagine, you're walking around with a battery indicator next to your head, you could say, when you're trying to get the most important task that needs to be done throughout the day, you want to do that task when your battery is at its highest. If your battery is at its lowest, you're definitely going to be less productive. You're not going to be able to enter into the flow state that you need to, accomplish the tasks that you need to get done. All right, key play number 4. Find the time of day when you can enter into flow state and your productivity is at the highest, and use that time to work towards your first and most important priority on what needs to be done throughout the day. So we're going to keep this pretty simple, right? We got our priority 1, priority 2, priority number 3. Priority number 1 for me, it's working on side hustles, projects, things, to where I have that dedicated 2 hours in the morning. I want to have my 100% battery going to where I can focus my attention on my priority 1 task. With whatever you need to get done, put a priority behind it, and then you want to make sure you're matching the amount of battery, brain power required, so you can do that priority in the flow state, or at the amount of focus that is needed to get that priority done at a high level. I don't want to be doing my priority one task when I'm at a priority or when I'm at 30% capacity. I want to do that when my brain is at its highest function. That way I can get the most out of what I'm doing done with my time. Pro tip number 5 is capitalize on the compound effect. So the compound effect is the idea that significantly small choices can compound and they can build and they can lead to big results that take place over time, whether good or bad. It's the idea that the small little actions you take every single day can shape your destiny in the long term of whatever you're working towards. Everything's going to start to get easier and you're going to be able to do, your tasks at a higher efficiency. You're going to be able to get them done with a lot more ease. It's not going to be as foreign to you as it used to be. And this is why I put this one at number 5, because it's pretty much the totality of all the choices that you've made up into that point. The person who's getting up very early in the morning to do their early morning routine, to focus their attention when they're at their highest capacity on, tasks that they need to do, that will compound through time and eventually down the road in the span of years will make a large difference that completely alters the outcome of their future. Being aware of the compound effect and how it can affect you positively or negatively is very important. If you don't take the focused effort to learn the skills that you're trying to learn to, reach the outcome you're trying to reach, it's going to negatively compound on you. You want to have a hero's vision and a anti-hero's vision. The hero's vision is everything you can envision with you doing all the steps needed, to accomplish your goal. What am I going to do in 5 years? Where is my life going to be in that 5 year? What is my heroic vision, of sticking to the plan, of grinding through it, but with a strategy to where I'm getting the most out of my productivity. On the flip side, and this is your motivator, is you're going to have your anti-hero vision. This is what your life is going to look like in 5 years if you don't stick to the plan. Pretty much the totality of that bad compounding we talked about with the compound effect. What would that look like? And would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with your anti-hero vision? I know for me, when I thought of my anti-hero vision, I was like, there's no way I would be ever okay with that. And that drove me so hard to, start taking action into just doing things that I want to work towards, in my life. All right, y'all, those are the 5 key plays to increase your productivity and to accomplish your goals and tasks and visions that you set out for yourself. My name is Justin. I'm here to spread self-development love across the world. And like, comment, and subscribe for more. See you in the next video.